In this course, you either have heard or will hear the term end-to-end encryption. E2EE stands for end-to-end encryption, and it's a method of secure communication, ensuring data is encrypted on the sender's device and remains encrypted until it's decrypted on the receiver's device. This model prevents any intermediary parties, including service providers, network operators, or potential attackers, from accessing the plaintext content of the communication. In many E2EE systems, each participant generates a public-private key pair. The private key is kept secret on the user's device, while the public key is shared with communication partners. This setup enables asymmetric encryption protocols. For efficiency, many systems use a hybrid approach. After the initial key exchange, using asymmetric cryptography, a symmetric session key is generated for the duration of a session. Symmetric encryption is computationally faster, making it suitable for encrypting large volumes of data. So that's symmetric versus asymmetric. Protocols such as Diffie-Hellman, DH, or its elliptic curve variant, ECDH, are often used to facilitate the secure exchange of session keys. These protocols enable both parties to compute a shared secret over an insecure channel without directly transmitting the session key. When a message is created, the sender's application uses the symmetric session key to encrypt the data using an algorithm such as AES, Advanced Encryption Standard. In asymmetric systems, a recipient's public key can also be used directly for encryption, although this is less common for bulk data due to performance limitations. The encrypted data is transmitted over networks. Since the data remains encrypted end-to-end, intermediaries, such as internet service providers, communication servers, or potential eavesdroppers, only see ciphertext. Without access to the session key or the corresponding private key, the intercepted data remains unintelligible. Upon receiving the encrypted message, the recipient's application uses its private key, if directly encrypted using asymmetric encryption, or the shared symmetric session key, if the hybrid method was used, to decrypt the message and recover the original plaintext. Many modern E2EE systems implement forward secrecy, which ensures that even if long-term keys are compromised in the future, past communications remain secure. This is achieved by generating new ephemeral keys for each session or conversation. To prevent man-in-the-middle attacks, E2EE systems often include mechanisms such as digital signatures or MACs, message authentication codes. These cryptographic tools verify the identity of the sender and ensure the integrity of the data so that any tampering would be detected. The security of E2EE is heavily dependent on the secure storage of private keys on user devices. If a device is compromised, the encryption can be rendered ineffective. Thus, many systems incorporate additional measures such as hardware security modules, HSMs, or secure enclaves to protect these keys. Consider an instant messaging application that uses E2EE. First, the key exchange. When two users start a conversation, each one's client generates a key pair. They exchange public keys via a key server that does not have access to the private keys. Using these public keys, they perform a Diffie-Hellman key exchange to derive a shared symmetric key. Each message is encrypted using the symmetric key with an algorithm like AES-GCM, which provides both confidentiality and integrity, and then the ciphertext is sent over the internet. Then you have message decryption. On receiving the ciphertext, the recipient's client uses the same symmetric key to decrypt the message and verify its authenticity via the MAC, message authentication code, and then the forward secrecy. For each new conversation or periodically during an ongoing session, the application generates new ephemeral keys and derives a new symmetric key to ensure that past messages remain secure even if future keys are compromised. End-to-end encryption is a robust security method designed to provide confidentiality, integrity, and authenticity for communications, ensuring that only the intended recipients can access the original data. By leveraging a combination of asymmetric and symmetric cryptographic techniques, E2EE creates a secure channel that protects data against interception and unauthorized access across potentially untrusted networks.